All right, you're not going to believe this one. We're talking about the ultimate showdown, man versus machine. We're about to break down one of the craziest competitions ever staged, where you have humanity's absolute best going head-to-head with the most advanced robots on the planet.
So this whole thing, it really gets at this huge, kind of scary question, right? Are our days numbered? I mean, is technology moving so fast that we're basically going to be obsolete soon? Well, one project decided, hey, let's stop guessing and put it to the ultimate test. So here's how they did it. They set up this insane 7-event gauntlet. In one corner, you've got top-tier human athletes, drivers, you name it. And then the other, robots built for one thing, pure performance. The winner takes all the glory and maybe, just maybe, settles the debate. At least for now. Okay, so the rules of engagement were simple enough. 7 challenges, you win 1, you get a point. First side of 4 points claims victory for their entire species. Yeah, the stakes couldn't really be any higher.
And you know what? Right out of the gate, it looked like humanity came to win. The first couple of challenges were all about 2 things: raw, brute strength and those lightning-fast human reactions.
Okay, so challenge 1 was just absurd. You've got the world's strongest man, a guy named Thor, going up against this giant mech that is, and I am not kidding, 50 times stronger than he is. Their job? Flip 3 cars and then pull a bus. The mech obviously had the power advantage, but Thor, he had something else entirely. And this is what's so cool about it. It came down to pure, raw willpower. The mech was catching up, about to win, and Thor just screams this out. This wasn't just about lifting heavy stuff anymore. It was about human grit, right? That ability to dig deep and find an extra gear that a machine it doesn't have that in its programming. And unbelievably, with the robot just seconds away from victory, he yanks that bus across the finish line. And just like that, humanity draws first blood. An absolutely impossible win against a machine 50 times stronger. It just goes to show you, raw power isn't everything. What a fantastic start for us. All right, next up, the contest switched from pure strength to, well, superhuman reflexes. We've got a pro baseball player, Eric Sim, stepping up to the plate to face a pitching robot called Neo. Now you have to get this. Neo could sling a baseball at 150 miles per hour. Let me put that in perspective. The fastest human pitch ever is about 105. So Eric is literally trying to hit something no human has ever even seen before. And to make it even crazier, the robot was trash-talking him. It was doing Fortnite emotes after every strike. No joke. But then, with only 4 pitches left, he connects. He sends that thing flying out of the park. The first home run ever off a 150-mile-per-hour pitch. And the best part? The robot Neo, it literally rage quit, shut itself down. So boom, humanity is up 2-0. Things are looking pretty good for our side. But if you were thinking this was going to be an easy sweep for the humans, well, think again. After getting humbled twice, the machines were ready for their revenge. And this time, they weren't competing on our terms. They targeted a skill where they have the edge: cold, hard precision. So next was an accuracy kicking challenge. An elite football kicker versus a robot. The job was simple, just hit the target. But our human kicker, he struggled. He even missed the goalposts completely on one attempt. The robot, though, it was just ruthless. Bang, nailed the target. And with that, the machines finally get a point on the board. And the robots kept that momentum going. For the next challenge, they brought in a legend, 4-time NBA champ Manu Ginobili, for a shootout against a basketball robot. First to make 2 shots wins. They traded baskets, 1 for 1. It all came down to this insane final shot, on a hoop that was covered in razor-sharp nails. Manu took his shot and missed. The robot, well, it didn't. And just like that, it's a whole new ballgame. The robots have stormed back from being down 2-0 to tie it all up, 2-2. Their perfect precision has completely changed the dynamic here. The pressure is officially on. Okay, so with the score all tied up, the competition is heading into its most intense phase yet. The last 3 challenges are going to be an absolute nail-biter. A real back and forth for the lead. Challenge number 5 takes us to the racetrack. Here we have one of the planet's fastest drivers, George Russell, going up against a car with no driver at all. It's run entirely by an AI brain that can, in theory, react way faster than any human possibly could. The AI car went first, and man, it laid down a blistering lap time, 2 minutes and 1 second. That's a seriously respectable time on any pro circuit. But then it was George's turn. He gets behind the wheel and just pushes that car to its absolute breaking point. You can hear the tires screeching around the corners. He's using pure human instinct, and he shaves a massive 4 seconds off the AI's time. He comes in at an incredible 1 minute and 57 seconds. Yes, a massive win for humanity. We're back in the lead, 3-2. We are now just one single win away from sealing the deal and taking this whole thing.
But you knew the robots weren't going down that easy. They had one more precision challenge up their sleeve. For Challenge 6, it's golf, a YouTube golf pro versus Robo-T, a robot that wasn't just hyper-accurate, it had an attitude. It was constantly trash-talking the human player. And even though our guy got an early lead, that robot's mechanical consistency, it was just too much to overcome. The robot took the win.
And would you believe it? Once again, the robots have clawed their way back. The score is tied 3-3. This is it. It all comes down to one final winner-take-all event. So this was it. Everything on the line. One final race to decide who's boss. The final challenge was a foot race, and it was for Noah Lyles, literally the fastest man on Earth. But get this, he wasn't just racing one robot. He had to win a 50-meter dash against a gauntlet of 3 robots, each one faster than the last. First, this agile humanoid robot. Then he had to beat the fastest 2-legged robot in the world. And for the finale, a 4-legged machine called Black Panther, a robot designed to run like a cheetah. So Noah just blows past the first 2 robots, no problem at all. But that final race, the one against the cheetah robot Black Panther, it was shockingly close. I mean, the robot was right on his heels the entire time. But in the end, by the absolute slimmest of margins, Noah Lyles gets to the finish line first. And with that, humanity wins, the final score 4-3. What an incredible victory, right? A total testament to that human spirit and our ability to adapt under pressure. But the people who put this whole thing together, they left us with this really unsettling thought. They said, sure, you won today, but this victory, it feels temporary.
And that really brings up the big question, doesn't it? Think about it. The events we won, strength, racing, sprinting, they all came down to our adaptability, our passion, our willpower. The robots, they totally dominated anything that required pure precision. So what happens when you start combining that flawless robotic precision with smarter AI that can learn and adapt just like us? How long will our human edge actually last? Definitely something to think about.